Yeah, there's not that much to say before. This will be quite a little bit of a roller coaster. It has a bit of a smooth start and it gets hectic pretty soon. So time starts when the loading screen fades, which will be the next screen after this one. So we will start now.
Right, good luck.
Thank you. Let's
So
see
right
if
off
the
the bat-
game... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, right off the bat, I think we're looking for a specific bike, right? The police bike?
Exactly. Best case scenario, we have like a police bike right here. Doesn't look like it, so... Oh, hello there. Sorry. You can keep your car. I take the...
I'm a bit delayed, but I'll probably manage. I'll be fine.
It's alright. Okay, we have a police bike. The police bike has a submission, as you see in the bottom right corner. And this allows us to skip something in this game. It's used for duping and very lots of shenanigans in any percent. But for us, it allows us to skip the slow motion after a jump. Whoops, bit of panic horn. Yeah, so in the perfect run of choice, you would take the police bike through the whole run. For marathon, it's a bit safer to switch over to a different bike later on, and that's what we will actually do. In submission and whoops, slow-mo skip. But for most of the run, we will use the Energy 500, which also is a bike, but a racing bike. It's the fastest land vehicle in the game, and we start with yellow today. That's interesting. Most of my runs, the first bike is actually red. So let's see how it goes.
Have you tried a run with only the police bike before?
I tried, and there are several jumps in the game which are very long, and there's a mechanic to give the bikes a better acceleration and a higher top speed. As you see, CJ leaning down all the time. That's every time I lean down, it gives a bit of acceleration bonus, so to say, and a bit of top speed bonus. And there's also a way to lean backwards and slide.
Yeah.
But I tried that for hours and it's just not my thing. So I'm really happy to get more consistent with the race bike. Yeah, racing games. Who doesn't love to jump over a bridge?
I love this bridge.
Yeah. And the good thing is we love it twice, because you actually have to jump this bridge from both sides.
I think the developers like this bridge as much as we do.
Absolutely.
I do remember when I was really young and I was just playing this game a bunch, I did the lean back strat instead of the lean forward a bunch. Really cool.
You might notice I slowed down in front of the jump a bit. The thing, no, let me explain it differently. How the jumps works, you have pretty much like a start trigger, usually in form of a ramp, or in this case it was a pile of mud. And you have like a landing zone where you have to land in. Therefore you can also jump too far. And okay, that was actually one of the hardest jumps in the run. This is not a stunt jump, but it gives us access to the third island, which normally we will be like way later in the game. And that's where the fun starts, because as you might notice, we have 4-star of police on our end, and that doesn't make things easier. That's a very high jump. I'm a bit impressed. Yeah, what comes with the 4 stars? There will countless spawns of police on fixed spots. We will have roadblocks, which are the natural enemy of the game, or especially of this run. because the last thing we want to have is pop tires, because we only have 2 if we manage to get the front one shot. It's easily salvageable since we still have good speed, but let me jump here. Okay, if the back wheel is popped, yeah, it's very hard to steer. We won't get any kind of speed, especially on loose terrain.
Yeah.
You stay there, thank you.
I think if the back tire pops, it's pretty much game over. There's maybe a few jumps that are really hard with the front wheel pop, but should still be fine.
Yeah, front wheel jumps are still possible, but even then I'll just take a paint and spray, so, which repairs the bike for like $500. We earn $500 with every jump, so that's fine. But that's the thing about also the police bike. The police bike tires can't be popped, but I can't respray it if the bike gets too damaged. That's a bit of the trade-off there. Okay, the start went fine. Usually take this line, there's police from the right. Oh! Okay, at least he bounced off as well. I need my bike.
Getting the delayed video, yeah. You got the ultra cops almost.
Yeah,
Hope you
yeah.
don't get any, hope you don't get any cops with like shotguns. That can happen too.
Yeah. Okay, this is one of the hard spawns. Whenever I take this corner, there will be a police car. From the right and from the left. Yeah, there's like fixed spawns if you have like, I think 3 stars. All the time on certain corners there will be a police spawn and try to crash you or slow you down. Okay, so far so good.
Slowly but surely making our way to that one dangerous car park.
The very favorite part of the of the run. Uh-oh, bad landing? No. If you land like really in front of the border, you usually fell off, so that was a close call. But yeah, this big building on the, wait a second, right, is the Emerald Isle. Big hotel, casino, whatever. I don't know. But it has a very famous car park for the run because the developer... Hey! Okay, only pistol, that's not that bad. Okay, that was close shots to the wheel. Yeah, developer thought it's a good idea to put 4 jumps with the hotel. So we will drive up here for a bit, because the first jump is on level 6 and the second one is on... Wait, that's one too early. Yeah, this one has a ramp. Yeah, level 6, level 10 and 2 are actually on the roof. For this one it's not that bad, we don't have to drive all the way up. Usually you would, but yeah, let's say walls are also ramps. And yeah, the other 3 times we will jump down pretty much the whole building. So Viper, if you have something to add up or donation, now's your time.
Thank you very much. We do have a donation. It's a €4 donation from Zola saying, "Hi Fearful, what do you think you're doing driving a bike on a McRaeathon event? I demand you to at least try to complete 1 stunt jump with a car. With good luck, have fun at the end of that."
One jump with a car. That's interesting. I will think about it. It's not easy for every spot. But I promise I will drive a car at least once.
I have some stunt jumps in mind. There might be a few that are good with a car. Not sure.
I need a good transition time where I don't really lose the bike. Then I will think about it.
We're just driving up the car park for now.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else, Viper?
No, just that. But just to quickly mention, real quick, that you are obviously watching McRaeathon. We're a 2-day speedrunning marathon which is held annually on the McRaeathon and BSG channels. Through the power of the internet, we bring you 2 full days of racing goodness, whether it be on 2 or 4 wheels at this current moment, from the comfort of our own homes to yours. And as always, as we mentioned before, we are raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organisation committed to preventing mental health issues and support everyone who has dealt with mental issues themselves or within their own family. All of your donations donated during the event will go to Mind. And that's about it from my side.
Alrighty. I usually try to land mostly on the front wheel because it has the lowest chance to actually fall off. Not you, sir. But it doesn't work all the time. In the game, you collect skills by using, for example, the bike. You get bike skill over time. And the more you have the skill, you less will fall off. So mostly if you land like on the back wheel, if the jump is really high or very far, you will fall off. Usually there's a interesting phenomenon in this car park, because whenever you leave it, there will be like new spawns in it, and one of the usual spawns in this car park is actually like a huge coach, a huge bus, like this, very much in the way. And shoutouts to the bus driver or coach driver who takes the thing on the 10th level of a car park. Just saying.
Why was there a random NPC there? I've never seen that before.
That's actually a cop. They can spawn on the last level on the platform or on the roof. Interesting. Small part to land on. Speaking of fixed spawns, hi. And we are pretty much done with this city part of Venturas. And the bike is steaming a bit. That starts at like 50% health off the bike, but the more crash heavy parts are mostly done. Well, mostly. So, enough of the city. Let's leave to a location which is pretty known if you played the game casually or speedrun it, which will be the abandoned airstrip.
The abandoned airstrip. Yeah, there was like a plane jump there, and I don't know why I'm thinking of the UFO place. There's no stunt jumps at all there.
No, unfortunately no, that would be interesting to have. As far as I heard, stunt jumps are very late included in the game. They kind of forgot about it. And that's why there are sometimes very weird locations for stunt jumps. Might also be a reason why there are 4 jumps on the Emerald Isle. I bounce off here and a little too much. Sad.
This jump in particular can be really tricky if you're trying it out.
Yeah. I have like my setup, there's a big rock where I drive around, and after that you can pretty much straight through the plane wing. So we have a giant chicken here. Of course we have to jump over it, right?
Who doesn't want to jump over a giant chicken with a fast bike?
I hope that was fast enough. No, it wasn't.
If I may jump in, somebody's already asked as well, saying, where is the house music? Yeah.
I was about to say. I noticed the SFUR radio was selected, so I was about to say, hey, wait, house music?
For those that don't get the reference, we might as well just quickly explain. This is from NSG that happened like a few weeks ago. If you haven't seen that run in particular, kind of a bit cheeky plug from our side to NSG. There is the video, I believe it's on YouTube already, they've been uploading the videos.
Yeah.
Highly recommend going watching it, because it is hilarious.
It absolutely is. Okay, this...
Totally worth the trip to Norway for that.
Okay, this jump did not trigger. That's a thing that unfortunately happens a lot. There are 2 jumps in particular where the triggers don't really work consistent. It's these small stairs, you would say. And yeah, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. Sometimes you jump really flat, and sometimes you do a high jump. I don't know. And yeah, second try is actually not bad for that.
Second try is pretty good. I heard that jump can be really tricky. Can you fall off there, maybe?
It's rare to fall off. But falling off is actually the reason I play on DE and not on the original version of the game. Because the game feels a bit like the physics are a bit lowered. So you jump further, easier, and you have a lesser chance to fall off the bike. But the trade-off is you have like more police accuracy. In general, in the DE version, NPCs have a very high accuracy when shooting. Hope I don't lose the bike.
That was the biggest jump in the game, by the way.
Yeah, pretty much. We jumped all the way from there. You saw the ramp for a split second. Sometimes the police is nice and also tries to jump. Sometimes they actually manage to do and land on the right side. But it's rather rare. But yeah, that's also like the main reason I play on the E version, since it's more marathon friendly in general, but speedrun friendly. Since it's a bit more consistent about what you manage to do yourself. And, well, the trade-off, yeah, like the police. Can I stay up here? No, I can't. Down. No, CJ, I don't want you to dive. Usually you would try to land with the bike on the wooden part here, on wooden structure, and want to make explode your bike, because I want to death walk back to City 1. Do you have a shotgun? No, you have a pistol. Hey, you guys, you have good weapons. Yeah, that's like 3-4 seconds and all my health is gone.
Yeah, there we go.
I get the jump. This is nice. There's like, you spawn exactly in this marker, which gives you a small tutorial how dying and waking up in the hospital works in the game. But you can actually, if you hit the right frame, you can jump out of the marker and skip the whole tutorial. But if I die again, I will spawn on the marker again. A little tricky jump, which is not a stunt jump. Works for me. Works almost for me. Sad, lost my speed. Sorry, Zola. I think for now this is all car action we get. But hey, we have a siren. That's something.
I was thinking we would do that last jump in Las Venturas with a car, but there might be tricks later on as well. And the good thing about skipping the tutorial for the, dying, saves about 30 seconds, I guess. So that's very nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we take our trusty Energy 500 again. And so think about the jump. Wait, this direction. Stunt to do with the car. Because some stunts have like very slim ramps to take. And they are just simply not possible at all with a car. We will have that later in the Badlands area, which comes after this one. I can honk too.
Beep, beep.
But for now, I'll stay with the trusty bike. Yeah, sometimes people fall from this roof. I think they moved like the spawn point a bit. So on the red house they actually spawn and then fall down. Should be far enough? Okay. Yeah, that's like one of the jumps where you think, wait, why is this a stunt jump? This one is more easier to spot, you could say. And the next one is like so random, I would never think that would actually be a stunt jump. The rail part is actually way slower than driving on dirt or anything, so I actually try to avoid it. But if you see this bridge part, yeah, that's a stunt jump.
Right, this just jump. One of the harder ones in the run.
Yeah, it's easy to miss, and if you have like a very... Oh, hello train. If you have a very steep ramp, even like that one, there's a chance you lose a bit of speed on the impact. So sometimes this jump, for example, slows you down quite a bit, and you just crash into this structure here. I have an idea which jump I'll actually do with a car. Which will be in about 5 to 8 minutes. It's like the first Badlands jump I'll do. That's short. Okay. Usually I try to land cleanly on it, but apparently not today. I guess it was also like a case of losing speed. Why is this a stunt jump? Just a pile of trash.
Yeah, I would probably have never have found this one in particular, or the bridge one, or a lot of these.
Yeah, for whatever reason, our friend Rickard let his forklift standing there, which is totally in the way. Shout out to Rickard. He had birthday yesterday. Please say happy birthday, Rick.
Happy birthday, by the way.
And one of the main tech guys at PSG. Well, alright.
Absolutely. He also helped me personally a lot with streaming stuff and setting up things because I started with zero knowledge. Whoops. Double jump. Stairs. If you can jump them in this direction, I think you can also jump them in this. Yeah, works.
They really, really liked this idea in Las Venturas with the pyramid, and so they did it here as well.
This one is a bit more tricky because it's hard to get speed. In the original version, this jump is very hard to do. In the E, it's a bit easier since you jump a little further. Okay, let's hope nobody changed the lane. Of course. I flinched when I crashed into the car. Yeah, but usually try to drive on the very light in the tunnel. But in the E kinda it's small and you get stuck in the wall. There goes all my speed. This is not a stunt jump, but I have... CJ, stop that. I have to get on the airfield. And I don't have a flying license, so I will not jump over here. I'll take that. And get to a very tricky jump, and this is also one of the jumps why I don't use a police bike, because getting the speed here is very hard to do. But I have 5 seconds. Hydrate yourself.
This is absolutely one of the hardest jumps in OG, I think, because
Yeah.
the trigger is just in such a weird place.
Speaking of house music and Josh's run in OG, the stunt is also very hard to do. And I think in his run it took like 6-7 tries, and you have to use pretty much the whole runway to get enough speed.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, so this jump in particular was a bit easier in the E.
We even went over it, which I didn't think would happen. with
Yeah.
the sign.
Yeah, the tricky thing is if you land in front of the sign, it doesn't count. If you crash into the sign mid-air, it counts. It's a very weird landing zone.
I think Josh also mentioned during that NSG run that it might be possible with an Infernus if you have nitrous. Not sure. I want to try it. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a try. I mean, the game doesn't really care about how you land. You can crash into something, you can fall off the bike. The car can land on the roof. It doesn't matter as long as you hit like the landing zone. The next jump is also one of these. The ramp triggers the stunt jumps not consistently because it's very hard to see. But here's a small lip here, and oh, okay, it worked this time. But I think I will crash. Yeah.
This is one of those very hidden jumps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Luckily, because LS is the area you unlock from the very get-go, there's no cops. So these jumps you can just try again without any issue.
Yeah. There are not too many LS jumps over, left over, left, whatever. I think there are just like 5 in the main city, and then we move to the countryside of Badlands. Whoops, crash into somebody mid-air. Should still be far enough, but I slow down here. It'd be great to get that like in one go. This way is a bit hilly, you could say. There are several bumps in there and you lose control of the bike very fast. And this one is also kind of hard to do because it requires lots of speed. Even it doesn't look like it, but landing on this roof is quite hard to do. There's also an invisible ramp here to jump down. In OG there's actually like a pile of mud or trash or whatever, but it seems like in DE they forgot to put a texture on it.
Oh, interesting. I think, was that the second to last jump in Los Santos?
No, we have 3 on this big highway cross, if you call it like this. I have no name for it right now. Mulholland intersection, of course. Yeah, I put 3 jumps on this one. Whoops. And in the previous jump you saw me like hugging the wall there. It's because the curb is quite high there and it disrupts the bike if you drive over it like this. Whoa. Unique stunt bonus blocks my view. Okay, but that's the last one of Los Santos, main city. And we move, oh, speaking of disrupting, and we move over to the countryside of Red County or Badlands, depending who you ask. Bit of incoming traffic, but we mostly ignore that. Don't fall off, thank you.
I don't remember which one was the first one in Badlands anyway, so this will be a refresher for my brain.
Yeah, this one. I hope I don't lose the bike, otherwise I will lose like a couple minutes. But the bike is steaming, so it's not that bad. Let me respray it here. That's like a good checkpoint. Okay, do I have like a reasonable car? Oh, this one is enough. Zola, just for you. I hope the bike doesn't despawn, otherwise I'm a bit screwed. Bravura it is. It's not a fast car, but the jump is not very far.
It'll do. This car's pretty light.
Yay! Nosedive! Woo!
We did it.
Hey,
Yeah, car jump.
even with a roll. And yeah, a burning car next to a fuel station is not recommended. Exactly. Please bike, be still here. Yes, okay, we're good. I was a bit worried. Usually in the game it's like if you enter a second car, the first one no, if you enter a third car, the first one despawns. But the game is like divided in certain area squares where things despawn if you are not in there, so I didn't want to get too far away from the bike. So I don't lose it, because this particular bike, if everything goes well, I take through the whole run. And speaking of doing jumps twice, if you have 2 ramps, you jump twice, for obvious reasons.
Good old Fleischberg factory, where we do the big exports every once in a while.
Oh yeah, it's like, I think last year was 4 times on a multiplayer server. We bring every vehicle that's in the game to the Fleischberg factory, which you just saw in the background with the high towers. Like, okay, the splitting's in the way. Like over there, because this factory is pretty close to the middle of the whole map. And yeah, it's 212 vehicles. I took part 1 time so far, and took me like 7 hours, 40 minutes. You pretty much spawn in a car, you bring it over to the factory. If you had the marker, you get spawned in the next car. All cars have fixed locations, but the order is random. So you have, for example, this race bike at the start, and the next thing is a helicopter for whatever reason, or a plane. And especially the trains are really hard to bring there, since you don't have that much space to land it. And for stuff like boats, there are special locations to bring, because obviously you can't really drive the boat on the factory road.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the dirt jump that you just did.
Yeah, that's also like very random. But speaking of which, we come to a more spicy part again, because now we do the last jump for Los Santos and move over to San Fierro. San Fierro also is still locked, because we haven't played a single mission yet. So it's a bit tricky, since in certain areas we... ooh, that was actually a bit short. Ooh. Losing the bike there is not the end of the world, because we have like another of these energy bikes. We have a fixed spawn. Okay, I will not do that. In my last practice run, I missed the ramp here and dunked my bike in the water, because I took a bit of a big bow here. Yeah, I think the police will also do the jump. Oh, they made it! You have to touch the green to happen.
They're also speedrunners now.
First time I've ever seen the police actually do a stunt.
Yeah, it's rare, but it happens.
I remember in the NSG run, the police car jumped over the giant chicken as well.
Nice, yeah, I remember.
Oh, speaking of chicken, we have some donations have come through. If you want me to read some out.
Sure.
Okay, so we have a €3 donation that comes through from Zola saying, "Thank you for your cooperation. In exchange, we won't revoke your driving license."
Whew.
That's
Hurt
not
me.
the challenging donation though. The challenging one is what comes up after that.
Oh no.
So we have a €5 donation from Alan Mad Mike that says, I would kindly request that this is read with Viper's best Big Smoke impression. You probably already know what it is, but here goes nothing.
Here we go.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
Honestly, pretty good.
He's
That was really good.
He's added a few a few tweaks to this, so we're gonna I'm gonna try that again. This time it's gonna be the modified version, so I'll try my best to read this out. So here we go. So again, more Big Smoke. I'll have 2 jumps number 9s, another jump number 9 extra large, a jump number 6 with an extra flip, 2 jump 45s legit with no cheese, and a large apology for this impression.
Oh no.
That was probably just as bad, but anyhow.
I did an oopsie. Unfortunately, the ramp threw me a bit to the left, and I kind of want to land here. Yeah, that did not happen.
We're just gonna pretend this didn't happen.
Let me give it a second. Okay. The good thing is a very handy bike spawns in not in this trash company here, but in the city next to it.
Yeah, luckily this is pretty close to where you normally start in Badlands.
Yeah. So I will take the Sanchez, which is like, wait, wrong way. It's like a motocross bike. Do I do an Austin Powers here? I think not. Yeah, I think I'll take that bike for now because the jumps here are not particularly far, and you have another one way to do it with a slower bike. And when we go back to the city, we're not done with that part yet. I will get like the backup energy. That's not enough thing to say, CJ. Stop it. This car is not fast and it has no light. Not because I crash into things. That's very slow.
This must be one of those, what is it called? Like a ghost car, as they say? I didn't know it would spawn there in all places.
Oh, that was, by the way, a plane. If something explodes several times, it's either a boat or a plane. There's no Sancho spawn here. That's rude. I need one. Okay.
Normally there is one here.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't want to go like full in the city, but I guess I have no choice. Roadblocks. Yeah, I don't want to go there.
I'm really losing my shit now.
Yeah, just a bit. The bribe star doesn't work because I will spawn. I have the 4-star spawn again. There should be one here next to the trailer, which belongs to like. Oh, hello. To one of the hideouts. Is this far enough? I don't think so. No. I have to land on the roof. Oh no, sir. No, you don't.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's take a bit more of run up.
I guess I can explain what the cop might have tried to do there.
Oh, of course.
Because I think he was gonna try to like knock you off the bike and bust you and everything.
Yeah.
But of course we honk. We keep honking to. I think it makes the cops do like a taunt, and they don't try to knock you off the bike, which helps a lot in cases like this.
Yeah, they just move like the arm there and say, hey! Just like that. And yeah, then actually they don't bust me. For this bike I have to take a different route because it's not grippy and fast enough. We have a bit of time. The estimate is a bit generous, you could say, for an hour. Like my PB is below 45 minutes. But if things go south and I actually die, like in one of the cities where I have lots of police on my butt, the backup is between... Wow, they really don't like me. The backup is like 4, 5, 6 minutes, up to 8 minutes depending where you are. And that's just one way. And if you die again, well, that's another 4 to 8 minutes depending where you are.
Yeah, a lot of things can go wrong in this run, but that's why the estimate's generous enough.
Yeah.
In case it does go wrong.
Also, since there are lots of things happened like out of your control, like the exploding airplane, for example, previously, you have to be a bit generous about the estimate. I think for every marathon I showed this game so far, I use always an hour. Okay, I did this one, I did this one. Uh-oh, I didn't want to go down here. Don't fall off. Okay, I did not die, that's good. If I fall off in one of the 2 jumps there, I would be dead instantly. So that was a bit scary.
It's a shame they didn't they added these stunt jumps so late, because at the very top of Mount Chiliad is this beautiful ramp, but it isn't a stunt jump.
No, it isn't, but I like the idea to implant different jumps because there are several random ramps overall on the whole map. But if you have like on the whole mountain there and you fall off the bike, in one instant you're pretty much dead. So that would be like one of the jumps you do like in the end of a run.
Yeah.
So this sand hill is also a jump.
We're going to the beach.
Yeah, I mean the weather is nice. Up to 20... hey! Up to 23 degrees in my area, so that's quite nice to have. Yeah, the beach area is actually quite scary because when the police despawns in the sea, they will jump over the cliff again. And they can snipe you from up here. I lost several runs just on the beach area, and then came a cop and blasted me with the bike into the ocean. But yeah, we are done with the Angel Pine area, which is this cute little village, and we return to San Fierro.
San Fierro, the city of wonders.
Absolutely. Totally not San Francisco.
And this is where we get the 70th jump as well. We don't actually clear it, but we unlock it, or what is it? It's like attempted, I guess?
Yeah, exactly. There are 70 stunt jumps in the game, but no, let me explain differently. The areas that are still locked are blocked off by an invisible wall. And one of the landing zones of the last jump, or the last jump we do, the landing zone is one of these blocked off areas, so we can't do the jump, or otherwise we play, like, if you're a good runner, like 2 to 3 hours and unlock the 3rd island. It's not just the 2nd, you need to unlock the 3rd, because it's the jump from the 2nd island to the 3rd.
Yeah, you would need to play through like at least an hour and a half of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas to even get to the 70th jump.
Yeah. So speaking of, there's a new shiny red bike. Don't wanna go down there. This nice gentleman was blocking. But yeah, we are actually at jump 63. I always remember the next one is jump 63. We are quite far already. But this is also the most dangerous part, especially like the last 5. Ooh, that sounds hurtful. This one is still rather okay. Not much going on here. but the last 5 jumps are in a residential area. And yeah, that's a thing again with roadblock spawns. Because in this game, a roadblock can spawn with your current level of stars. Like a coin flip. It's like 50-50 in certain location. For example, there is a spawn location. And yeah, we will go into 2 areas where there are lots of roadblock spawns. And I hope I don't have a flat tire today. This is also a bigger jump, so hydrate yourself.
There's that one jump in the residential area coming up very soon. That is very disliked, I guess. It doesn't look like a very nice jump to me. Wait,
No.
which one was it? The over the house, right?
Yeah, next to the hospital, I think you mean.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Yeah, that one is still 3 away. That's fine. 1, 2... Yeah, the third next one, so... Whoops, sorry. Beep beep, coming through. Yeah, the next 2 are still fine. This area has very wide roads, so lots of space to steer, and if you know your spawns, you can go by pretty fast. Then we jump over this famous road I don't know the name from. I think the original one has like a very well-known name, but I have no clue. I think Treasure might be the right one to ask there.
Oh, I know, because I made a picture of this. When I played this game in my childhood, I made a picture of that exact street name
Oh, okay.
on my PS2, and it's the Windy, 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 Windy Street.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the weird one where the road is
Oh.
just curving all the time.
Is it called Lombard Street or something? I can't remember.
I think so.
Wow. That was great. I had 2 roadblocks on the left there, next to the jump. I was mid-air and lost like 1/3 of my health.
Yeah,
Sad.
It is Lombard Street. I just looked it up.
Okay, I don't want to have any spawns here, because this jump has very low run-up. It's fine. Yeah, it's very easy to fail since you have very little space to gain speed. Okay, that was a half despawned roadblock. I take that. What do we have here? We are almost clear. Yeah, you can go there, that's fine. Straight camera, please. Okay. And jump. If you drive down there to the left, there can be 2 roadblock spawns. There can be 1 on this road here, which is also nice not to have. Not 1 in front of me, that's also nice. Yeah, we passed like already like 10, 15 spots where actually roadblocks can spawn. To the left there can be another one. Okay, we don't have one. That's great to have, or not to have. This jump is actually quite short. It's easy to overjump in this game. Is there a helicopter in the ground? Yes.
My favorite.
Yeah, since this city has quite a lot of elevation, that happens quite a lot. And this is jump 69 actually. Please don't shoot me so much in the air. Okay.
That's the last one we actually complete.
Exactly. And now we drive this thing up here, because why not put a stunt jump somewhere where you can't really reach with a vehicle. So yeah, time is coming up pretty soon. When I attempt the last jump and the slow-mo fades. It's a bit specific, don't worry. But it's in like 5 seconds if I don't crash so much. And it's time.
GG.
Thank you.
We got pretty lucky there, I think, with roadblocks and
Yeah.
all things considered.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not mad about that. Just for confirmation. So this is 69 stunt jumps done and all found. So this is what the category is about.
That is all of them.
That is all of
GG.
them. Thank
You gotta
you.
love how GTA must have thought that, we've got 70 stunt jumps. What if you could only do 69 in one go? It's like, nice. It's like, you can tell it was a Rockstar joke on the inside, surely. They knew what they were doing with the number.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, you see like over there is like, I don't know if you know, mouse I can't show. Yeah, they make me Swiss cheese. Over there on the bridge you saw like where the road ended, and pretty much this whole bridge part is like the invisible wall, and you can't do nothing with it, especially like in high air. But yeah, that was 69 69 out of 70 stunt jumps. Thank you, Uki, for joining me today.
No problem.
And yeah, Viper, what will the next round be?
So, just to quickly jump in, so we did have a €20 donation come in towards the end of that run from Andy Back, which says, "Happy birthday to Reekelt." Indeed, happy birthday for yesterday, Reek.
Thank you,
The
Andrew.
other thing I'm just going to quickly mention as well is that we have had a change in schedule, just so everybody is aware. So we will not be having Grid 2. That run has actually been dropped, unfortunately, due to the delay for the runner. And it turns out the delay was like several hours. So the next runs that we're going to have, so Ventilo will still be running split second in about an hour's time, give or take. But before that, we've got two runs which we're going to be putting in its place, which are Distance, which is going to be the Lost to Echoes category, which is being run by Brynak. And after that, we've even got Chotu running Pet Racer, the low gravity category, and they're going to fill a little bit of the time in. And then obviously we've got Split Second after that, and we'll be back on the normal schedule after that. So unfortunately, we've had to have a few runs come and go and things like that, but again, it keeps us on, trying to keep ourselves on schedule as much as possible with some racing bits and pieces. But yeah, have you got any final shout-outs you want to give Fearful at all?
Yeah, shout out to Reek again. Happy belated birthday. I think he's partying today. Otherwise, maybe he would have been on the commentary as well. Shout out to the BSG crew. Hope to see you all in August at our annual event. And yeah, thank you, Uki, for joining in.
Yes, happy to be here.
No problem. Thank you very much for those that have donated so far, and many thanks as well to Fearful and Ugu for the GTA San Andreas run. Don't go anywhere though, as like I said, we have two runs coming up next, which are Distance and Pet Racer, which are going to fill the time gap in. For now, we're going to go to a quick intermission. If you wish to donate, by the way, it's !donate, and if you wish to see the schedule, it is !schedule in the chat, and they should give you, as well as obviously down below in the panels, we do have the buttons if you want to find out a bit more information regarding McRaeathon, the schedule, and everything else. So we will be back within the next 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll see you for Distance, which is coming up next. See you shortly.
See you.